Hello again. My name is Angela Karanja. I'm a children's author and inspirational speaker on the topic of children development and success. I want to speak to you about Safari to Success today. Right. What is a Safari to Success? It's safari. I hope you know what safari means. It's an adventurous tour. And this particular program I'm going to be speaking to you today about is called Safari to Success. Now, I hope you have enjoyed the other videos that I sent you, and that is the 5 critical mistakes that almost every parent and every educator makes. And then the second video was the 4 irrefutable principles of prosperity. And then I hope you have also enjoyed and been inspired and enlightened by my story about how I conquered extreme poverty and excruciating abuse as a child to become a victor instead of a victim, to win instead of to lose. I am so excited that you're here, and I feel so blessed to be even speaking to you. Now, let me ask you, have you ever wondered what makes some children a success while others remain failures and lead mediocre lives? Have you ever wondered why, even after going through the school system, some children, some of who have even been put through private and expensive schools, enter adulthood having nothing to show for all what their parents have spent? Have you ever wondered why some children from nowhere, from no background, from some of the most difficult backgrounds, burst through some of the most difficult circumstances and become movers, shakers, and shapers of the world? Have you ever wondered why some children have this calm confidence? They only seem to attract the good things in life, while others become bullies, some become victims of bullies, some become depressed, some become children with very, very rock bottom, low self-esteem, some children become addicts, and even some children commit suicide, right? Have you ever wondered what makes the difference between those two kinds of children? Why is it that two sets of children can be going through the same circumstances, but one child thrives and becomes a champion, the other one becomes a victim? Now, today I'm going to reveal to you exactly how your child can be conditioned to attract only success in their lives. How your child can become the best of themselves, become a victor and never a victim. If you have listened to me for any amount of time, you will know that my childhood was packed with extreme poverty and excruciating abuse. Listen, when I say extreme poverty, I'm talking of a child who does not know where the next meal will come from, a child in tatters, a child with no shoes. You know, one of those children that you see the aid world appealing for funds for? You know what? I even think those children are lucky that someone is appealing for some sort of help for them. I had none of that. Absolutely none of that. Right? My childhood literally was a fine line between life and death. Right? Oh my goodness, I will not even go to the side of extreme abuse that was happening. It was just horrendous. But how is it that I'm here today to tell you that your child can achieve optimum results in their life regardless of where they have been before or regardless of their circumstances? Why is it? How is it that I can say to you that today that your child can obtain optimum success in any area of their lives? How is it that I can do that? It's because I know they can, right? I will tell you something. While I was going through some of the most horrific experiences in my childhood, physically, right, my mind was set on success. My mind was on the right track. My mind was on the right safari. Right? And I tell you what, it was only a matter of time before I held in my hand the image I had held for long in my head. Listen, in my head, I was winning against all odds. I was winning against all odds. And that is what had to manifest in the physical, no matter what was happening. Now, would you like your child to be a winner against all odds? Now, you might be thinking, oh, my child is not in poverty, my child is not experiencing abuse, and that is very, very good, because no child should have to go through some of the horrific experiences that I went through. But let me say this one thing, right? Just because it's comfortable doesn't mean that is all your child can achieve. Your child can achieve optimum results. They can be what people call genius. And how do they become that? How can they become that? And that's what I'm going to show you. That's what I'm going to share with you, because it's all a mindset. And we can help your child condition their mind for success. It happens by design, never by default. Absolutely never by default. Now, in my life and my work with children and all the studies that I have done in the area of children development and success, I have come to one conclusion. Just one conclusion. There are only two types of children. In group 1 are those children who will be introduced to a higher awareness, a higher understanding of themselves and the power within them, right? And then we have number 2, children who will remain in the default mode of ignorance, right? Those children who will just follow on from what's happening. They will become children that will become a product of conformity, a product of the culture, a product of what is happening, right? That means they will never experience optimum, peak results. Now, those in group 1, those children that will be introduced to awareness, are the children who have met themselves. Those are the children who will shape, shake, and change the world, right? Those in group 2 are the children who will wallow with the masses. And at the end of their lives, it will be like they have never lived. Why? Because they will not have ever had a chance to experience abundant happiness, abundant health, and abundant wealth. Which is success? Success is abundant happiness, abundant health, abundant wealth. I have mentioned before that success is never by default. It is a result of a higher awareness and an alignment with the 4 irrefutable principles of prosperity that I spoke in another video before. Listen, when your child or anyone else's rises to this level of awareness and aligns themselves with the 4 irrefutable principles of prosperity, they attract success effortlessly, right? This is when you hear people say, oh, that child is a genius, or that person is a genius. Let me say this. Each one of us can be a genius. But just rising ourselves to that level of awareness and aligning ourselves with the 4 irrefutable principles of prosperity and success that we teach in the program Safari to Success. Right? I do hope you have listened to my video, the 4 irrefutable principles of prosperity, to understand why your child cannot fail in anything once they have aligned themselves with these principles. Safari to Success has been called the ultimate children development and success program, right? It is a 12-week program that will bring your child to a higher awareness and alignment with the 4 irrefutable principles of prosperity. What the program does is condition your child, induct your child for peak self-awareness, for peak performance, and it's going to help your child unleash the champion within, right? Over the years, I have realized that the earlier the child is positioned for success, the quicker and easier it is for them to become extraordinary, right? That's why we have Safari to Success starting from the age of 3 years old onwards, right? We have the series for very young children, right? Which is the years from 3 to 7, and then we have the twins just before they become twins, and that's between 9 and 12, and then we have the teens, which is between 13 and 16, and then we have the older teenagers program, Safari to Success, right? This, oh my goodness, every time I talk about Safari to Success, I begin to get enthusiastic. I begin to get excited because I know what it does to a child. I have observed children come out of their closets. I have observed teenagers cry their eyes out when they discover the power that they have within them, when they discover who they really are, and when they discover exactly what they can do, when they discover that their I can is even bigger than IQ. Right, the great thing about this program is that because it's so much fun, the fun is integrated with the program. There is no resistance from children. They want to learn because it's fun, right? We talk about self, and we also talk about fun, right? Research shows that the quickest ways of learning is when people are having fun. So we integrate a lot of fun, rhymes and rhythm, and a lot of repetition, right? Listen, this is your child's life we are talking about. The ideas, methods, and principles in the program, I tell you, they're just surefire. They do not fail. These are principles of life. They do not fail. When your child aligns themselves with the principles, they have no choice but to win, right? I have tested these principles in my life. And these principles have worked for thousands of children all over the world. These principles are just laser targeted. They do not fail. And they will not fail when your child aligns themselves with these principles. Now, this is what's going to happen to your child, yeah? Your child will be inducted and transformed into a success attraction magnet, right? Your child will understand who they are. They will never have to compare themselves with anything or anyone else ever. They will concentrate on being the best of self, right? And therefore, they will become winners and never have to stress over what others do or have or who they are. Your child will rise to a higher awareness where they know without a shadow of doubt that they can achieve anything regardless of their IQ. This is where I can becomes their very self. Your child will become a warrior, right? Instead of a warrior, right? Your child goes to war and your child wins. Instead of worrying like they don't know what to do when, they will understand that they have the power within them to conquer anything, right? They will become victors and never victims. Listen, your child will be truly on the rails to success, right? I have heard many people say, oh, my child has fallen off the rails, or that child has fallen off the rails. The thing is, most Most children have never been placed on the rails. So how can they fall off the rails? They were never on the rails in the first place. Because anyone who gets on the rails, they don't want to come out. It is the best place to be on the rails to success, because everything good just happens. You keep attracting. Once you're on the rails, you keep attracting more and more success. That is what happens, because it is a mindset. Wow, they will surely be set for success in life, right? This program, Safari to Success, is meant to set your child's mind for success. This is not some technique that you use in some situation and not others. No. This is the mindset. This is the mindset that will make your child a winner. This is the mindset that will help your child master themselves. This is the program that will help your child master themselves, right? When they master themselves, they will master friendships, they will master studies, they will master their sports, they will master their fear, they will master the world. Because a person or a child who masters themselves, they will master the world. Right? Circumstances will no longer terrify your child, because they will have a winner's image. They will have a winner's attitude. Now, how much would you pay for something that helped your child become a master at self and therefore conquer the world and any situation? How much would you pay for that? Right. A recent study said that it cost approximately $250,000 to bring up a child from birth to age 18. That means you will be spending about $250,000 to raise your child from birth to 18. Imagine spending all that money and then enter your child into a mediocre life, just like the masses. Right? Consider this: about 95% of the population, the whole population, live in mediocrity. Yeah? What do I mean by this? Right? 95% of the population will be born and they will die, never experiencing success, right? Never enjoying abundant happiness, abundant health, abundant wealth. This is really sad, considering that their parents have spent over $250,000 to raise them, right? Why does this then go on generation after generation? Is it not because parents... Tell me, is it because parents would like to spend such amounts of money and only to enter their children into mediocrity? Or is it because that they don't know of another way? In my opinion, I think that if a parent knew of a way that was surefire, a way that would guarantee, a way that would place their children on the tracks to success, they would take it. They would take it, because it doesn't make much sense to spend so much money only to enter your child into mediocrity. It doesn't make sense. But we seem to do that generation after generation. Generation after generation. Let me ask you, what if you took a small amount of that $250,000 and decided to spend just a teeny bit of that money to put your child on a program that was sure, a program that is sure that your child has been put on the tracks to success? Would you do it? Right. How much would you be willing to pay to guarantee your child is on the success track? How much would you be willing? Remember, success is never by default. It is by design and decision. You have to proactively place your child on the success tracks. You have to do that. I have to do that. as a parent myself, I have to do that. I realize that I cannot just let my child go through life, going through all the systems, the usual systems that only enter my child into mediocrity, right? And since I cannot remove my child from the system, what can I do? I have to rise above. I have to raise her to a sort of awareness. And that is what I'm doing. And that is what I've been doing for my daughter from when she was born, to be honest. Right? Safari to Success is a success track. It is an adventurous tour, a track to success. Now, tell me, would you spend 10,000 out of the 250,000 to ensure that your child was on the right track to success? Would you spend 5,000? What would you be willing to spend to position your child on the no-fail track to success? Now, let me make it easier for you, yeah? What would you pay for a program that guaranteed that if your child aligns with the principles in the program, they will be a winner in any area of their lives? How much would you pay for that? How much would you pay for a program that guarantees that your child will be a victor and never a victim? How much would you pay for that? How much would you pay to ensure that your child had a healthy self-esteem and they will not experience low self-esteem? How much would you pay to ensure that your child was able to establish healthy and safe friendship and instead of being bullied? How much would you pay to ensure that your child was a loving person, a loving and appreciating and helpful person instead of being a bully, right? How much would you pay? How much would you pay to ensure that your child held themselves with the highest level of respect and self-discipline and that they will not be lured into addictions? How much would you pay? How much would you pay? How much would you pay to ensure that your child discovered that their I can attitude will always win over their IQ? Oh, I'm getting really excited here. Yeah? How much would you pay to ensure that your child became a creator, right? Was more of a creative personality and never going into the competition and comparison with others? Yeah? How much would you pay to ensure that your child would be powerful instead of pitiful? What would you give in exchange for all these good qualities? What would you give? Let me say something. The ideas and principles taught in the program, Safari to Success, these are not just mere words. They have worked in my life, and that's why I am passionate about it. I'm telling you, these principles literally lifted me from my life. You know, I spoke to you, I told you earlier that my life was literally a slim line, a thin line between life and death, right? But these principles, I was hanging on to them, right? These are life-giving principles. Yeah, they are life-giving principles. And you know what? It's not just me that these principles have worked for. They have worked for thousands of children, and they can work for your child today. But you must make the decision today, right? Listen, Safari to Success is priceless. But, you know, we have to give it a sort of price, right? Because we have to give it a sort of price to exchange the value, right? Listen, I know it is well worth over £10,000, $10,000, 10,000 whatever money, yeah? But you know what? I will not give it to you for $10,000, not even $5,000, not even $1997, not even $1557. What I want is for your child to be inducted into these concepts, to be inducted into these principles, to align themselves with these principles. I want success for your child, because I know if we do something today, what we are breeding is a future where every child is a success in their very own way. Remember, it's a 12-week program, right? It's a 12-week program, and we're going to be positioning your child for success and prosperity for 12 weeks. Every week, working with your child, one step at a time, raising their awareness. They discover who they are, discovering who they are, discovering their power, discovering the treasure within them. My goodness. And you and I and your child will work together weekly to induct your child to success. This cannot fail. This will not fail. Why? Because you're working with me, I'm working with you, and we are working with your child. And this cord of 3 cannot fail because we are encouraging, empowering your child. In fact, I feel so passionate about this. I'm willing to work with your child daily for 5 minutes. Yeah? And in this deal, I'm going to add one of my favorite programs called Power in 5 Minutes. It's a 5-minute power boost for your child to empower them to kickstart the day, right? This program is a $57 a month program. I'm going to give it to you for free. Only if you make your decision today. Listen, Safari to Success, I'm not even gonna sell it to you for $997. Wow. I really want you to have this. And on top of this, I'm even going to give you access to one of my mastermind groups, one of my mastermind forums called Mastermind Parenting. And this program, this mastermind forum and program is a $97 a month. I'm going to give that to you for free if you take action today, right? This mastermind parenting is powerful. This is where on a weekly basis, proactive parents meet every week to discuss and to discover ways of positioning their children for success, right? I told you success is by design. It just does not happen by itself. These are parents who are serious about positioning their children on the tracks of success. They have discovered that many systems out there are not working. Many systems are not working. All they do is that we put the children in school, and children after 18 years, you discover, where did all the life go? What happened? What was happening all those years? But what we do in Safari to Success, we are setting the child's mind for success. It is a mindset. It is a mindset. And once they acquire this mindset, they can never lose it. They can never lose it. Once the mind has been expanded with an idea, it can never go back to its original state. And this is what we will be doing with Safari to Success. We are literally stretching your child's mind and filling it with success ideas, success mindset, so that they are locked for success. Oh my goodness. Now, what is included in this Safari to Success program, right? We have a weekly video teaching you about the 4 irrefutable principles of prosperity, teaching your child. And sometimes you will hear me saying you instead of your child, because these principles are universal. You know what? I have to align myself with them. Yeah, this may be a children's program, but I'm telling you the truth. As you study with your child, your mind will be set for success as well. So what is happening here? We are actually selling you a product. We are selling you a program for your child, but it's for your benefit as well. You will discover, and you will tell me why. You will tell me that. I have heard teachers say that as they taught the children, their own minds were being expanded. The principles are simple, but they work. They will work for anyone. Right, let's go back to what the program includes. It has a weekly video teaching on the 4 irrefutable principles of prosperity. We include a weekly email question and answer session. And then it has a daily workbook, right? The one that you follow. Just make sure that they do the exercises in that book. They're just short, 5 minutes. 5-10 minutes exercises every day, and they're fun exercises. But what happens is, as they are doing that, their mind is being expanded. I love these sessions. And then we have some daily fun exercises, mind exercises, self exercises, and relationship with others exercises. Then we have a goal card, right? A goal card where your child gets to write a goal. What is it? You can help them to come up with a goal. What is it that they really want? This is about what do they want their life to be. And then included in that, we have a gratitude journal where they get to write down what they are grateful for. You will discover one of the principles of prosperity is gratitude, right? The principle of praise. I'm telling you, gratitude, praise, it connects you with the infinite source, with the infinite supplier. That is where everything that you ever wanted will come from. And that's how we want to condition your child to think in terms of gratitude, because the more they are grateful, the more they receive, right? I get very enthusiastic and excited about this, and even as I teach my child, I do these exercises every day, and you can feel the joy, you can feel the mood in the room. It's just amazing. You've got to be in it. My goodness, you got to be in it. And obviously there is 12 weeks. You can listen. So there is the CDs. You can watch. There is the DVDs, and then there is also the web training files. And then I'm gonna throw in one thing with this program, but that is after completion, right? When your child completes this program, they will be in with a chance to win a free ticket to our Safari to Success Jungle Adventure. This is where we go to an exotic country, right? We go to an exotic country with these ideas. This is where we go to practice these ideas and also connect with nature, and just it's fun. I don't want to ruin the surprise for you. I just want you to and then you and your child would get a chance to go on that safari, right? Now let me get down to just telling you that, remember I mentioned that it takes about $250,000 to raise a child. This program is not even gonna cost you 0.001% of that money, right? I'm telling you, it's not even $597 for 12 weeks. It is not. Right? I think you want to be clicking that button to discover exactly how great, how much of a deal you're getting on this program. Right? Let me tell you another thing why children love working with me. I don't know, I've mentioned before that apart from being a children's author and an inspirational speaker, I am an entertainer. That's part of what I studied, and that is part of who I am, right? I'm an entertainer. So I work with children. I entertain them, literally entertain them, right? And because this program is about self-discovery, children love to seek. Who doesn't like to discover the treasure that lies within them? I just want you to take it. Yeah, I want to encourage you and empower you and inspire you and your child and your family. Now let's do it. Let's just do it. Just click here and do it, right? Wow. And you want to look at our ironclad guarantee, right? That if your child is willing to learn and does not achieve the expected success within the 12 weeks, I will work with your child for life, until such success is achieved, right? Until every success puzzle falls into place, right? I'm telling you, my purpose is that no child ever need to live in mediocrity. No child ever have to live in mediocrity. That is, I have a dream that every child will live in a world where success will be more commonplace than failure. We've seen so much failure. We've seen so much mediocrity. We cannot go on like this. We just have to do it. And you're listening to someone who has overcome mediocrity, who has overcome extreme poverty, who has overcome... No one has an excuse to say that a child cannot be successful. Absolutely. The only reason that children are not successful is because they don't know. Because every child, every person has something within them that want to expand, to express themselves, that want to be successful. But how can they be successful if we don't tell them that they can? How can they be successful if we don't show them how to be? How can they be? That's why I'm asking you, just click this button now. Click this button and just let's do it. Let's do it. I'm putting this opportunity in your hands, right? Because I know you have the power to gift this opportunity to change the life of your child. Just do it. Click the button now and let's meet on the success side. Let's meet on the success side. Thank you.